I've put off taking down this tree. Wow, and I don't like it. It's right in the center of the pond in the creek, and it's creating a blockage. Marauders, Happy New Year. Today is January 1st. Wanted to go on a reconnaissance mission to see what type of storm damage there was to my house from the blizzard. And what I'm first looking at is, especially when the wind is from the south on my property or from the southeast, I lose some roof shingles. You can see my neighborhood is really wide open, and the wind really hits the house, and my eaves are steep, and I don't see any shingles on the snow here in front of the house, and it looks pretty good. It looks like it fared pretty well. Looks like the Ranger ripped up some sod when I was parked here while digging out the vents and generator, but that will go away quickly in the spring. I'm not worried about that. Again, the shingles look good. The house looks in pretty good shape, guys. I don't think I lost any shingles on the house. Let's take a look over here. This is interesting. So the blower actually shaved this grass, if you remember from the video, and projected it over there, but did not damage any of the lawn. And I did drive over it with tracks in this area, and again, you can see it didn't damage any of it. That's from my zero-turn mower. It did shave my wife's pot, and it looked like it shaved this one, and I can't find any damage on the blower from that. But again, the house looks in very good shape, and there's no flooding. So, and I don't see any shingles laying on my lawn. That's usually where they end up if they blow off the roof. Give you a look at the Talon. As you can see, my property is really flooded. We're gonna go back and take a look at that tree. Way in the back, I used to call it the devil's tail. Tree I had to take down and I didn't. At the grass. Okay, let's head back. Hopefully we won't get stuck. Put that wood up there. I'm gonna have to come back with a key. I don't have it in this vehicle. They had to reseal the glass on the roof of the excavator, and he put that wood on top of it to weight it down while it's set. You can see the flooding on my property. Now I should be able to, this should be shallow enough where I can drive through it. We'll try to take it slow. Slow. Wow. going through this, that I don't end up driving in the pond. And the edge of the creek is right there. I've put off taking down this tree. Wow, and I don't like it. It's right in the center of the pond, in the creek, and it's creating a blockage. I don't like that at all. So I put off taking down this tree. It's right on the edge of the creek, and it is over 80 feet tall. So for my property, it's a very tall tree. It's an ash. It was not rotting. It was dead, but it was not necessarily rotting. I actually think it was dried out, and that's why it's cracked. If you look up there, you can see it broke some 25, 30 feet off the ground is where it snapped, and it's in the creek. Now, right now, it's not causing a blockage, but you can see that it will be. And I put off cutting down this tree because it's not an easy one to drop, and it's was surrounded by poison ivy. So I put off taking down that tree. Obviously you can see this tree's dead, but this is why I take these trees down, hundreds and hundreds of trees, is because they can end up just like that, potentially blocking the creek. Now the creek is flowing, I think you can see that, but I have to get that out of here, and I'm probably going to have to do it when the ground freezes. And again, I don't want, it's deceiving. If I walk over there, I'm going to end up in 7-8 feet of water. It's a nice picture of the Ranger. Got Polaris on my mind. That's a nice view of the Talon, not the Ranger. You don't ever always catch everything the first time through. There's a tree I was just talking about. This is a willow branch that I thought did come down during the storm or drop further, and it did. Now it's leaning against his tree on the other side. I don't know if my excavator is even strong enough to grab that and pull it over. Hopefully it will stay like that until the spring. Okay, let's keep driving. That's where the giant willow was that came down, and I cleaned that. Isn't it nice? I cleaned that mess up. Was healthy enough to clean it up. I think I got another tree. That little squiggly thing's got to come down. My wife wanted pieces of that giant willow I don't know, make a coffee table out of or something. So I staged it back here. I got to do something with that. See where the creek is overflowed. It's overflowed. Not going to be able to go near the edge. That long willow branch is probably eventually going to have to come down as a preemptive strike. Again, wait till drier season. Minor limbs have fallen, not a big deal back here. And again, this is a dangerous part of time. Oh, there's the island, so you understand the makeup of the property. There's my island. Do anything crazy with this machine and go through taking money on my property. Now this thing is like a blooming onion. When it dries out during the summer, I got to trim those very leaning branches off and take them out. That's been on my hit list. You can see some smaller ones over here. There's a widowmaker up there. Looks like dangling from a branch. The island looks in pretty good shape though. There's a tree that came down, the first tree I noticed that came down. Boy, the dual clutch in these Hondas are nice. Wow, are they nice. tree blew over. I'll probably wait till my son comes back. He's out of town. We'll straighten that up and stake it. That's the only pine tree I had that blew over. But Marauders, she looks pretty good. Not thrilled about the tree in the creek. Hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll get a freeze and I can get the excavator back there and pull that out. But otherwise we're in pretty good shape. The house fared well. I am going to do a recap video on the generator, digging around the generator. I had so many questions, I just couldn't answer all the questions. And also on the vent pipes, I'm going to do a recap video discussing those and we'll review it. I think that's a better way to answer everyone's questions about that. And some really good comments concerning the vent pipe. Marauders, that's it. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for taking your valuable time to watch my videos and support the channel. Hope to see you on the trail. Thank you. God bless. By the way, I think over 37 people died in this storm in Erie County, and that's not good. It was a tragedy. For those families, I'm sure all my viewers, our hearts go out to you. What a devastating storm. Just devastating. Biggest one of my lifetime.